gonna do a classic.
Wait. I'm gonna spend some XP real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Shit,
Go do that.
You don't have to sweat it unless it's like, I guess, a social roll.
Well, no, I'm just upping science and then giving myself a specialty.
All right, fair enough.
Dream, I want to punch the subway.
Tough.
You want to punch Subway?
Yeah.
No,
The subway.
Jordan, for that, you get to give the backstory of what happened.
Wait, hold up a
Yep.
second. I can't.
Yep. You must do it.
This is a big
Time
one
has come,
too.
and so
It's
have
a
I.
finale.
I laughed last as you came to die. Damage done, the pain subsides, and I can see the fear clear as I look in your eyes. Jordan, go.
That,
Oh my God.
that's a good, that was a real deep transition. Alright, well, last time on Guardians Polar. I'm not doing this voice. Moving on from all this. Big segue. We're gone.
Big segue.
Big segue. Big money numbers. Base got attacked. I mean, that was a thing that happened. And we beat it. Like, real hard. Like, except Jackie was like half dead. But otherwise, we did pretty well. No one died. We're good. We're all still here. Some Wolfers shit happened. The Skelebros are being dicks. Just watching. It's kind of rude. But no, we did it. We were fine. And then we went to Subway, like the Avengers, except Patience didn't want to be a family man like that. Had no family
He had
values.
to take care of his actual family.
Yeah, no family values to the team. Went to go take care of his actual family. Like a loser.
You're just jealous.
I am jealous.
Oh my God.
Why won't you love us like you love them?
I'll put on a wig. I'll be your daughter.
I'll walk around on my knees.
God.
Canon Raymond.
He just wanted parents all along.
We're learning everything about Raymond right now in this one thing.
One moment. With that, the Subway Man was not really introduced, but was gone for 5 minutes and then came back as if it were some big reveal. And we all thought it was Jared, but it wasn't.
It wasn't Jared.
It was definitely not.
Thank God.
It's not Jared.
We
Thank God
don't
it's
want
not
it to be
Jared.
Jared.
Thank God it's not Jared. And that's good enough.
Yep.
Am I missing anything?
Nope, sounds about right. And I believe he told you you guys are really bad at
Listening, I think.
what?
But listening? Bad at listening?
Yeah, something like that. Really bad at picking
Paying
up on
attention, I
things.
believe it was.
Paying attention or picking up on things. It was one of the two. And just to kind of more specifically summarize kind of what he did when he came out, or what the scene was like. A man came out with a tray of food and a cup or pitcher of water, and he said that as he poured a glass for you, or for someone, he poured it into a cup. And as he was pouring it, everything kind of came to a stop around you, including the water. And so we'll start off there, I guess. And I mean, if anyone wants to go off of that, they can. But otherwise, you will just speak up. So yeah, going off that, he says, you guys are really bad at picking up on things. He's like looking at all of you. I think we're missing a few, yes?
All right, back up. First,
He backs
What
up.
what the fuck do you mean by we're bad at picking up on things? We just got done dealing with a fucking war out there.
Oh, no, you misunderstand. Not like cleaning up a mess. Like, picking up on hints.
No, that's my point. What else were we supposed to do?
He blinks. Pick up on the hints better.
Raymond just slowly like pokes in. He's like, "I'll tell it next up, please." Then he goes back to sit down.
Wait, say that again? I missed it.
Raymond pokes his head in, like slight whisper, like, "I'll just take a next up, please." Goes back to sit down.
Yeah, so he will walk he will walk from behind the counter to the table that 2 or 3 of you guys were already seated. Not you guys, but the NPCs just kind of sat down. And he will place his tray of food in response to that. Sorry. He will place his food in response to that. He's like, sorry about that, Raymond. You must be hungry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but who are you?
Oh, of course. How completely rude of me. And then he goes back behind the counter. He's like, where is it? He's like going under and throwing some shit out. Like he's like throwing papers and bread and knives and stuff, and it just keeps hitting the back wall. And then he's like, I forgot my name tag. And he puts it on. And for those of you who read it, it says Gustavo on it.
Do we know this name or no?
No, you don't know this name, but I think you can all roll a memory.
I was
Okay.
just about to ask.
Sure.
I don't
Yeah, it is
believe-
all of them that can roll memory.
Yeah, all of you can roll a memory. Jordan, are you?
No, Alright, sorry.
And
2.
I think. Oh, and Jack isn't there, so it's just you three. Okay, because okay. Just making sure. Yeah, Raymond. Actually, Raymond and Eric, you have seen this face before. You don't know where. So, and something about him, something about this situation makes you feel like something here, right? This guy, I've seen him. Picture, maybe something like that. You guys see him walk by? No, I think I've seen him in person. BB, you remember? You have seen him in person. You saw him in Katerin and Raymond's like combined dream sequence, when it kind of like broke down and random people you knew showed up, and people you didn't know, but this was one of the people there, and he had a sign that said "Eat Fresh" that he was holding. And
Do you know Katerin?
well, I know him just about as well as I know the rest of you. Well, why do you ask?
No reason.
Do you want to roll a lie?
It just felt like a lot of effort to explain to a stranger, like, yeah, we saw you in this memory where you and
yeah.
our friends thing.
All right, fair enough. I'm still gonna roll an empathy.
Okay.
He doesn't care.
Oh.
This is fine.
And he's like, well, okay, then I'm sure in due time. I guess I could just get into what I was going to say now. He's like, all right, let me get my reading glasses on. He takes out a piece of paper from seemingly nowhere, and he goes into his pocket, takes out a pair of sunglasses, puts them on top of his sunglasses. All right, that's much better. Takes out his piece of paper. Okay. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry about this. I should be more prepared. Okay, there it is. This is more to answer your whole, like, what should we have done thing, Eric. This is fair. This is a completely fair question. So I have a follow-up question for you, Eric. He looks at you.
Go on.
Do you ever ask yourself, why do your cell phones work in the middle of a frozen desert?
He looks completely unimpressed, and he's just like, do I even need to answer that? We work for a company that can just do that.
He comes up to you, and he's like, do you really think, with that big brain of yours, that that's possible? Oh, he kind of taps your head.
Kind of like,
I was gonna say, with his other hand, you see he has your cell phone.
whoa.
I'm just saying, take a look at it yourself.
He was about to like recoil back from like him touching him, but then once he realizes he's got his phone, he's like, oh, just fuck off now.
He hands it to you.
He
Roll,
like, yeah, he's gonna
roll
just
intelligence
to
computers.
yeah, just to humor him, he's just gonna look at it. let's see here. Intelligence computers, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Eric, it is an easy assumption to make that the Cardians are capable of crazy things. They're a super powerful, rich organization, right? But even at the end of all that, there's an explanation for everything, right? So like the pins, you figured them out. They make sense in the context of they're not always, streaming data. That doesn't make sense. They're record things, and then whenever they get to an internet thing, an internet source, they just send it. So it is quite odd that a regular cell phone, which this, from what you can tell, is a regular cell phone, connects to the internet, or not connects to the internet, has a signal in the middle of the frozen desert without us cell phone towers.
Once he realizes this, he's just gonna like slowly look over at this guy like, all right.
It's I don't blame you for missing it, but things stack up. And he looks at Raymond. For example, how many times have you had a little he does quotes, undo?
Well, I mean, to answer your question twice, but, where is this going?
It is simply to prove that, not prove, but encourage you guys to pay attention more. That's about it. And more so to show that I guess there's more going on than you're probably thinking. And he walks back behind the counter, folds up the piece of paper, and places it down. Did you guys ever go to get your food, by the way?
I don't think any of us are touching our food right now.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just mean like more sort of, yeah, if you're not going to touch it, that's fine. Yeah, and he says, basically, it's really hard to word, but I want to help you all.
And what does that entail?
Yes, yeah, elaborate a little bit more on that one.
Of course. I just want to give you a little information that otherwise may be hard to come to.
So, what, we're in some big dreamscape, or?
Oh, no. Not about that. More so, something that can help you in the future. It's just a small piece of advice to go check Susan. That's her name, yes. Susan's corpse.
Oh no. Is she actually not dead?
Oh no, she's very much dead. She smiles. Your friend made quick work of her. If anyone wants to roll an empathy on him, they can.
I'll try.
Oh, for fuck's sake, yes.
Yeah, same.
Guys,
Boy.
like the shadiest guy. Oh my god.
Damn.
Oh.
Alright, baby.
Reroll Raymond. Sorry, Raymond. So Eric and Raymond, he just has given you a piece of information about Susan. It seems like. BB, it seems like he says it in a sort of somber tone, I guess. Like, yeah, she's dead. Like, not like, don't worry, she's dead, if that makes sense. Like, oh man, like, she's dead, it sucks.
Okay.
And he's just smiling at you all, and he's like, besides that, feel free to enjoy the food. I tried to get all of your favorites.
So are you a member of the Guardians?
Not quite.
Okay, so why should we care about all this then? What point is this gonna serve? Why should we care?
Do you not have a curiosity that needs to be sated?
That wasn't my question.
You should care because I guess you could say it's better to know than not know.
Or what's gonna happen if we don't?
You may miss something important.
Say that again, I didn't quite catch that.
You may miss something important.
Oh. It's just like... At this point, he's kind of like done talking to him, because he's literally... It feels like he's talking to a brick wall.
This is fair.
So he's just like... He looks at everybody else, fucking... looks resigned to himself, and just fucking ignores him.
Okay. I apologize that I can't answer too many questions right now. One more piece of advice. I would suggest not bringing it up to your superiors. The phones.
Why?
Actually, I have a additional note for you, Raymond. And he takes out another piece of paper, and he puts out another pair of reading sunglasses on top of his glasses.
Oh boy, this is gonna be good.
And he looks at it and he goes, Raymond, you actually noticed something quite interesting. And he looks at you. There are no flies in Antarctica. Or in the Arctic, sorry. Same thing.
Are we even in the Arctic then?
He raises his eyebrow. Yes, quite. But the reason I pointed out is when you told Charlie, did he do anything about it?
No.
Exactly. And if you tell them about the phones, I guarantee they won't do anything about it. I say keep the information to yourselves.
Okay then. Thank you.
Who else is in here with us? Isn't like Patty in here with us too?
So yeah, Patty, it's Patty and Mindy, and Edna, and they stopped moving the second he walked out.
Whoa. That's
And
right.
And he goes, that goes for these two probably too. When things go back to normal, I'm just a subway employee. He smiles.
So I mean, can we come back here anytime and have secret little get-togethers in between time and space, or?
I guess that depends on what you want to talk about. Also, if you ever want to eat Subway, he smiles. I do make a good sandwich.
I mean, how could we argue with that? Such a great advertisement.
Welcome to Subway, where time and space stops.
Truly. We'll never want to leave.
And he kind of chuckles at that. But unfortunately, I believe that is where our quick little get-together ends. But if you would like to have a cookie with your food, I can always help you out. And he smiles again, and just as he smiles, he grabs the cup that's floating in the air and continues to pour. And with that, everything seems to go back to normal.
Alright, well, I lost my appetite all of a sudden.
Do you look at the food at all?
Yeah.
Okay, the food. So each of you going to Subway had something in mind. You know, as you do when you go to a restaurant. You see each of your orders exactly as you would have gotten it. So I think BD wanted a teriyaki sandwich. That's the only one I remember hearing. But like, for example, that. So whatever you went there to get is on that tray with your name on it. And Gustavo's still there. He's just like doing back customer shit. Or worker shit. But yeah, you guys do anything else in the Subway?
Apart from take mine home, then no.
All right, cool. You guys have your Subway. And let's see. With that, oh shit, Shark hopped on with the same song.
Hello, yes.
Back again, Gustavo.
Brother. Gustavo 2 arrives.
Gustavo 2. Yes, it's me, also Gustavo. High fives. But I guess, oh yeah, with that, you guys leave, you eat your Subway, you leave your Subway, you know, you do what you want with your Subway. Yes. I don't know if you guys talked to him after that, got cookies or some shit, but you can, you know, always go talk to him if you want. He works at Subway.
You have a god working at Subway.
And oh, actually, fuck, Dorian's not here. BB, roll a what's it called?
Oh god. Give me a second. We'll power this.
Something seems off about him, as do, but it's nothing. It's more like you look at him and you're like, oh yeah, that guy's definitely supernatural. Like,
Okay.
He's supernatural, all right. But like everyone else can kind of assume that. It's just you look at him and you get a feeling, I guess. Yeah. And you guys kind of go back and do whatever, and then that happened. And whatever you do with that, you do with that. Patty and Mindy and Edna are just like not aware of what happened at all. And you can sit there and eat with them or not or whatever. But with that, around a week passes, and you guys are called in for a meeting. So let me get you guys on the right map. And yeah, you guys are given like a half an hour fucking, what's the word? Like, actually I wouldn't say half an hour. You guys are given like 2 hours heads up that you're gonna have a meeting, essentially. And you can show up with however you want within that time range, or you can all show up at the same time.
I have a question.
Yes.
How much will I have healed by then?
In a week, well, you can move, or someone will help you move, because the meeting room is right next to the infirmary. That is a good question, though, so I'm going to give me a second as I look at the status.
Especially with medical assistance.
Who ate the sandwiches, by the way? Their sandwiches.
BB would eventually eat hers.
Okay. BB, this is the most amazing sandwich you've ever eaten in your entire life.
Damn.
Did anyone else? Raymond, Eric?
Eric would have, but
okay.
After a certain amount of time passes, he's like, I don't fucking trust this, but I'm hungry.
All right, you eat the sandwich, Eric, and I think it was your leg that got smashed. So you were walking kind of on a limp.
Oh no, I think that was Dorian. I think.
Well, you took an aggro from.
Yeah, I took an aggro for something.
So
I don't know
something
what
basically was almost broken. But when you eat the sandwich, you notice your arm feels. Let's say it's your arm. It feels completely fine, and you can heal your one aggro.
The fuck?
And I'm assuming Raymond did not eat his sandwich.
I mean, if BB eats the sandwich, then he'd eat the sandwich.
Were you watching her?
Yes, like a stalker.
Okay, well, you get the same kind of experience as Eric. You eat the sandwich, and whatever it was in pain is no longer in pain.
Did our
Does-
willpower get back, right?
Yeah,
'Cause we
it's been a
slept?
week.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very nice.
it's back.
Question: the
Thank you.
feeling of getting healed or whatever that's going on with the sandwich. Does it remind me anything of the flour that was on top of that turtle?
Aw.
That is a good question.
Should we have him
Similar.
roll?
It's. Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, I'm just wondering. Shall we have him roll?
I would
Or-
say you can roll a memory. It's
Oh,
nothing crazy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Everyone have their tokens here, by the way. Oh, you can use your BB. You can use whichever one you want, by the way.
Okay, I guess I'll use this one now. She'll probably go. Doesn't want to spook people.
Okay.
Is.
And I think your thing is a secret, so you can keep it a secret all you want.
Hey.
You got 2. Okay. It reminds you of it actually. Like when you eat the sandwich, you're like, wait a minute, this is very familiar. But it's different. There's something about it that's different. It's a lot. It feels. Huh?
Meteor.
Yeah, it feels more like a flash, and the other one, we'll say the other one felt like a cleanse, and this one feels more like a flash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that goes for everyone else. So let me get the fucking, there it is. All right. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do a classic. Everyone roll an initiative, and I'm gonna ask you what the fuck's going on in your lives.
Oh boy.
Hey, look at that shit. Well,
Laps up my initiative roll.
it wouldn't be a Guardians campaign that I play in if I didn't roll shit.
God damn it! Every
God.
Fine, you're better than me, Eric.
Oh,
Holy shit! You guys had a tough fucking day.
how like,
Or-
okay, out of curiosity, Jordan, how good are your rolls when you GM? Are they amazing?
Fucking astounding. I feel so
Yeah,
bad for my
yeah.
players every day.
Yeah, that's the
To be
curse.
fair,
It's the curse.
that's how it is for any GM, I think. Because
Yeah.
it's the same with tabletop.
is.
Like our IRL group, the GMs will without fail roll amazingly, but the minute they are players, their dice betray
Yep.
them.
No, you don't understand. My players, they roll fucking 10, 12 successes, and
Wow!
Oh
Holy
my
shit!
god.
Jordan knows how that goes.
Oh god, yeah, I do. It's horrifying.
I mean,
How?
yeah.
I've been regaled with some tales.
Yeah, in Antarctica, the thing I ran before this, my players had god awful luck. They had Nick luck. There was never a roll above 2 successes ever, and it was miserable as a GM because they couldn't do anything.
I hate that we've coined it Nick luck.
It is.
I hate it.
It's the Nick effect.
I hate it.
Nickelodeon.
Stop.
Stop.
This. Leave now.
Cries.
Jackie. Pain. How are you doing, Jackie? What are you up to?
Pain.
All right.
You didn't answer my question. How much should I heal?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm garbage.
Okay.
Oh,
Um,
I did the roll. It's the second one.
Oh, is that? Well, I don't know what that means. Oh, yes. Sorry. I was like, what do you? Is it 3 to an aggro if it's 2 to a lethal?
I believe so.
Okay, so then that would be heal 2 aggro to a lethal and 1 lethal goes to a bastion.
Okay.
And then for time, I would say turn one of those aggros into a lethal, and then turn those lethal into bashing, and then get rid of the bashing. Because the first one was just for medical stuff, and then this one is just for people healing you.
Still not in good shape, but way better than before.
Here, this one would still be lethal. Sorry.
Okay.
You'll be. Don't worry. Trust me. After this, you'll be fine.
Okay.
So you're sitting in bed. What have you been doing this past week besides talking to kids and therapists?
Oh god, she has not been doing much, just kind of sitting and stewing.
All right, fair enough. At some point, Edna probably props you, but I'll get to you in an RP in that one later.
Okie dokie.
She probably sparkles through the curtain. Yeah. So I mean, you've gotten a lot of treatment from Dr. Worrell and his nurse Gort, who honestly gives you the manliest physical therapy. He's like, he'll tell you to like stretch something out, and he'll be like, "Pretend you are punching Golden Face." So essentially, like that kind of shit. If you want, actually, we could do Gort physical therapy at some point.
Nice, I'd be down for that.
All right. So yeah, and then eventually this meeting comes up. Do you get there first? Do you?
She'll take her sweet goddamn time.
So you get there like at the last second. All right. So we'll go on to Patience. Patience, you've had a week. You talked to the kid. You spoke with Daisy, I believe.
If he hasn't yet, well, we can say he has sometime in the week. I also do want to eventually get him to talk to Al, and Tommy, and just gonna check it on everyone because he's a big friend of Dad.
Actually, give me a second. Let me. Okay, fair enough. One sec. So, and in terms of the meeting, do you sloth your way last? You get there on time?
No, it's actually there. You said 2 hours in advance, so he'll show up fairly early to make some coffee.
All right.
And make some coffee for a certain Daisy.
Oh.
You probably have a Charlie like slide up from the counter and he's like making coffee.
Yeah, and a cup for Charlie.
He's like, hell yeah, chunks coffee.
Finger guns.
Pets dog. All right. And
yeah, and he'll take the cup of coffee to Daisy.
All right. I mean, if you want to talk to her before the meeting, you can.
I kind of figured that she's preparing for the meeting.
All right, yeah. If he's like, I'll howdy my way out.
Yeah, how does on over to where her office is? He assumes that's where she is, and then he'll knock. Because if anything, just deliver coffee.
Of course. Well, we might as well play out the interaction.
Yes.
You do a knock.
You do a knock.
Come in.
Creaks the door open and kind of sidles on in.
Oh, Jan.
Daisy.
My goodness, you're early.
Well, figured I'd make some coffee. And
Very
he'll
wise.
Slide on over and place the cup down for her.
I hope you made enough for everybody.
I figure I'll be making some more pretty soon.
Please do, please do.
I will.
I don't want any special treatment now. You hear?
Oh, cool.
And she says with a smile.
I'll leave you to your work now.
She smiles and nods and takes the coffee.
He'll do a patience winku at her before he slides on out too.
I was just about to say. you also get a daisy wink.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
It's getting steamy.
Is that the coffee or is it?
see, it's work time, so you know they have to keep it on the down low.
Exactly.
But outside of work, oh boy, howdy.
Oh,
I imagine Patience is like a middle school kid. Like he's like, oh damn it, I should have said something about the coffee being hot.
Oh yeah. He's a big. He wanders around a lot. He's not very smooth.
Yeah.
That's part of his
Wonderful.
charm.
Confound it. I bet, by the way, you're gonna have a fucking RP where Elise tells you how to hit on ladies.
Oh my god. Elise, stop him, please.
Girls like manly men. Oh, that was fun.
Oh,
Anyways,
also, can we canon it that Patience has a special mug that has like the little mustache protector on it?
Yes.
there's a mustache
What?
protector mug.
Yes.
That's funny.
We will say you can ask for it.
Just get him a sippy cup.
Come
It is
on, he's
almost
been
Christmas.
here long enough.
Hey,
Come
it is
on.
almost Christmas.
Come on.
Someone might get it for you for Christmas.
Fine.
It says from a special someone. You're like, oh Daisy, and then it says Charlie on the back.
This is what?
Charlie on the back.
I was gonna say, like, it's probably fucking Charlie.
Finger guns.
What a fucking lad, this one.
Do you want me to roll for the Winku?
If you want.
If you want.
Okay, what roll? Presents?
Presence expression, yes.
Sparkly
Yes.
boy.
Here we go. Here comes the sparkle. Sparkle. A tiny,
Oh, that's a good
small
sparkle.
sparkle.
That's a good sparkle.
Uh-oh.
However, you both winked within a similar amount of time to one another, so
Damn, the counter wink. She's too
Time
powerful.
to be swooning as I walk out there.
Oh damn.
you went in there trying to make her blush, Patience, but you feel your cheeks redden as she winks back at you.
And she's like, that's a damn right.
He closes the door behind him, leaves, and will be drinking the coffee as a. Oh, this coffee's hot. That's why my cheeks are pink.
Yeah, you come out, Charlie's like, the coffee hot? He looks at you as he drinks it fully, knowing it's not hot.
Steaming.
I love it.
For some reason, I thought Patience was just gonna say it's not the coffee.
Also, I'm fine with like before the meeting if Charlie and Patience go out for a smoke.
Oh, 100%. They do. So others may see this as safe.
Smoke break.
Poor Brad being left alone. Alright, cool. Phoebe. So you're not
Yes.
necessarily at the meeting. You guys were there from earlier. So for this last week, what have you been up to?
Probably researching friggin' Familiar.
Oh, like going to the library and shit.
Yeah.
Actually have fun little fact for you. You probably met some interesting characters.
She also needs to find out more about how she happened. Like,
Yeah. Most of your research, so I'll let you roll, but most of your research would have been online because actually the base is essentially has been closed for the last week.
that's fair.
But yeah, but you can definitely research on a computer or your phone. So feel free to roll a Wits computer or Wits academics.
I'll try a Wits computer. I don't know what. I'll do Wits academics. Give me a second.
Okey-dokey.
Checking. Do we get any bonuses from the base to the dice for that?
Normally you would, but it's closed, so you can't actually access their libraries and stuff.
Oh, okay. All right.
Frustrating, but it is the case.
That is fine.
All right. So you're doing research, and you said on what you are and your friend. Okay. First, you find a lot of stuff on video games.
Nice.
But as you dig down, you see you find a little more on the fact that in folklore these kind of things tend to have some kind of magical property about them. Usually they're there for one sort of to give one attribute to the user or the person it is following. So that could be more strength or speed or protection or stamina. It's not always a physical trait. It could be intelligence or something. So that's what they tend to be for. And you see that's kind of the case for games and for other stuff. When you look up what you are, you find a lot of stuff about furries first.
Oh god.
And then essentially trying to search with the terminology that Patty gave you, you find stuff along the lines of like just fairies and what kind of the typical stories and folklore about that is. But you aren't able to find anything that concretely tells you, what you are and how you are.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So yeah, and you can always continue to do research.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, do you do anything else this week? Talk to anyone?
I talked to Paddy, I talked to Becky. So I think I'm probably good.
Alright, so you're not really going and going to the gym or walking around or talking to people or anything like that?
Actually, I probably would ask Ramin if he has any ideas. If he's available.
He would essentially say, give me a fucking week.
Okay.
The base just exploded. My job is hard enough.
That's okay. She paps.
This is probably on a call, so he hangs up in response to the pap.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Eric.
Okay. So you mentioned the base that we're in right now was closed for a week.
Not this base. The whole station's like research and shit. But you can come in here and watch TV. This is a lot of like rec rooms and stuff. But recreation open mostly. But research. House, those are closed.
Okay. Well, Eric would have tried to get permission from whoever's in charge to kind of carry on with what Kelsey was doing with like the plants and stuff in the greenhouse back there.
Okay. You would probably ask Ramin because he's the head spade.
Okay. Yeah, he'd probably send him a message or something.
All right. What do you ask? And you say, "Can I take over like Kelsey's position?"
Well, I wouldn't say position.
Mm-hmm.
It'd probably just be more or less like a case of, can I pick up where she left off? So like not necessarily in charge, just like, hey, there's a lot of stuff that's like not being worked on right now. Do you mind if I do that?
Mm-hmm. Ramin would respond, give it a fucking week. You almost died. And then the next like follow up to that after a little bit would be, but I'm impressed consistently with you and what you're willing to do.
He probably responds with you're fucking, what the fuck was I just gonna say? He was like, it's probably like a case of you fucking bet your ass, and then just like, but seriously, thanks.
He says, I will end you, thumbs up. Okay. And you talk to anyone or go do anything recreationally or go visit anything?
I know in between, once the subway thing happened and now, he probably would have had a conversation with Hunter. Probably had that therapy session. Whenever that's good, Shark, hit me up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Other than that, he'd probably just probably be hanging around in the greenhouse a little bit more than usual.
Fair enough. There's an actual building too. So do you mean that?
Well, it's either that one or this one that's in this base right now. He's equally kind of dividing his time.
Yeah, and as you're in there, you get like a feeling of like it's a little bit somber, because you remember all the good times you had with Kelsey and how sweet she was when you guys first got here. Like you were kind of lost, and she was always there to help you, and you had a lot of fun little conversations in here. So it is a bit somber, but it's it kind of, I guess, inspires you a bit to kind of continue what she's doing.
Okay. Other than that, probably nothing that significant.
Okay.
Probably at some point he'd probably hit up BB and be like, "Tell me what the fuck happened to you." Like, exactly what happened.
Oh, right.
And you guys should probably RP that.
Yeah, so whenever you are available, it doesn't matter when, just let me know.
Also, something I forgot to ask you, Red. BB, you get the heads up 2 hours. Do you come near the end, near the beginning?
End or beginning of what?
Like, you have 2 hour notice for the meeting. Like, do you show up immediately, or 2 hours, like, right before, half an hour before?
Oh no, I show up nice and early.
Okay, so when you show up, you probably saw Patience and Charlie and them head out to smoke, so you might have gotten some coffee as well.
Hey.
Eric, as well, same question.
Probably like 10-15 minutes before it starts.
Okay, so you will probably catch Charlie and Patience outside smoking, and then you will see some cold coffee if you want to take some. And Raymond, last but definitely least. I'm kidding, I love you.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh.
Shut your mouth.
There was some like legitimate sadness in that. I'm sorry.
I will actually end you if you don't smile.
Oh my god.
Okay then.
Alright, how was your week, Raymond?
Guess I'll die.
Perish.
Nah.
That's fair. Everyone almost died, so that's fair.
Yeah, just a lot of days of spending time alone in my room now.
Oh yeah, what do you think about that one?
Oh goodness. Coughs. Probably mostly just talking with the people that he's gotten to know here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Stockton Gerald isn't leaving you alone. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah. That along with just practicing and training at stuff so he can keep sharp and maybe get better small doses of getting better, while also keeping track of any new info on the whole hey, your family's missing thing. That along with just moping in the greenhouse probably in base.
Yeah. It's funny, Raymond, as you mope around the base like a pathetic, sad sack of shit.
Oh my god!
No, you go around, and it seems like there's this weird light sort of following you. Not actual light, but like this feeling, this positive vibe. As people will always, this was not as often. For you, it happened a decent amount. But now, you notice it a lot more. People are waving to you and smiling and saying hi. They're like, hey, Raymond, like some people won't just smile, some people, they'll start a conversation with you. And everyone is getting kind of less level of this. Some people will be, you'll hear people like a group of people will be like, welcoming committee. And all of you get that, but Raymond, you get a little more because you already talked to a lot of these people. So they know you. And these people are just super happy to start a conversation with you, talk to you when you're training. Some people will ask if you want to train with them. Some people will invite you out to lunch, stuff like that. What's your attitude to this sort of newfound appreciation for the place?
He is actually just happy from that. He went from being fucking hated at his old job to this, and it's definitely a welcome thing. He probably tears up like the first couple of times it happens.
They'll probably be like, oh man, dude, yeah, it is dry. Like they're probably not really getting why.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, is this not a good time? Like stuff like that. Like they're pretty respectful of you.
Yeah, no.
And no, yeah. The reason I said that Raymond is because he went out of his way to like meet a ton of people. If Patience also did that, the same goes for him. Because Raymond specifically went and met a bunch of people earlier on.
We got numbers on a list.
Yeah. Yeah, and Jackie, you don't get much of this at all, actually, unfortunately, because when you're kind of stuck. But when you're not stuck, mostly the clubs are like, Violet. For BB, it's a lot of that one group that was like, Bunny Girl, I think. Some of them seem a little confused. I'm trying to think.
For a second, I was worried they're gonna call me Bomb Girl.
Bomb Girl, no. You're the bomb. Eric, you get a lot of. Unfortunately, Raymond doesn't get this one, but Eric, you and Dorian get a lot of Dragon Slayer.
Eric would probably text Ramin at some point once he hears that for the first time, and he'll just be like, "You hear that? People are calling me Dragon Slayer."
And he'll probably respond, "You hear that? They're all fucking idiots."
You're not wrong.
I love their shitpost conversations. Yeah. And Raymond, you got the 2-hour notice. Do you come early, late, randomly?
Probably like right on time.
All right, you get right on time, so you show up probably last, funnily enough. I would say, I don't know if Dorian would show up last or not, but you're probably last because everyone else showed up like 15 minutes before, but you're not late, so don't sweat it. You see Smoky Boys just finishing up their smokes. Charlie will definitely nod to you. There is very cold coffee.
Oh boy.
2-hour-old coffee.
No, I think Patience went in and remade some, because they said between.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay,
did.
fair enough. So there is new coffee. So it's fresh coffee. Relatively fresh coffee. Yeah, Raymond, do you do anything else, or?
No. Probably take a trip on down to the greenhouse before going straight to the mission. Sitting there for a bit, saying some things in his head and tapping his rose, and then going over to the mission.
What do you say in your head, you goddamn asshole?
Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about
I'm
it.
the GM. That's not how that works.
I probably just fucking wish me luck, essentially.
Oh, wholesome. It's on the cameras. I was kidding.
Yeah.
Fucking
Cameras.
weirdo.
Alright, let me see if I can find a different song.
You probably caught Eric in there a few times, actually, Raymond.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, maybe not for Eric, but it's
Well,
fine for Raymond.
I sense RP opportunity.
Well, that's what I was saying. At some point, maybe in between that week, we could do something.
Hey, I mean, I'm down.
For once, we actually willingly have an Eric Raymond RP.
For once, we're not forced into the same fucking room.
Yeah.
Kind of love it. So as time kind of goes, people kind of peter into the meeting room. I would say little Brad is in there first. If anyone wants to roll an empathy on them, they can.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. Why not? Why the fuck not?
My son. Oh my god, my other son.
My children.
Jesus.
I wish I could show you what this meant, but I cannot. Feel free to write out your successes for those who are going to be Persepi boys. Cool. Patience. It looks like a boy. You haven't interacted much with this kid, actually. You don't know if it's because he's avoiding you, you just haven't had the chance to talk. Mm-hmm. Eric, you notice he seems a bit more, what's the word? It's not relaxed, it's he's a bit less confident in his posture as he used to be. BB, you notice this he's less confident, but he's not scared or uncomfortable. He just seems a bit like more like, you know, you're used to with him. He's always kind of been a little bit more what's the word? Meek is kind of too much, but like meek light. He never had a presence really, and it seems like he gained one and now no longer has one. But not necessarily bad, more familiar.
Okay, well, she'll scooch up next to him then, if that's the case.
And he'll smile.
Is everything okay, Brad?
Yeah, I just these meetings, I always show up way too early.
Oh. Oh, it's okay. I'm here.
Oh, it looks like everyone's coming in, so I always like 15 minutes early or I'm late for me.
Nothing wrong with being timely.
Is Ramin a stickler for meeting times?
I'm not comfortable being late, that's all. And Ramin's a stickler for everything, so I guess yes.
Can I empathy that? The whole, the whole uncomfortable with being late?
Yep.
Nope,
Wow.
I don't get it.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm so sorry. You can actually re-roll your thing. You guys matched. You didn't fail that.
Oh,
Yeah. Re-roll again. Unfortunately, yeah, you still didn't get the first one.
Okay.
But I will roll another empathy for the second part, and yeah, you didn't get it. So you can't read this, boy. I was never good with boys.
Never had
Boys, what are the what are boys?
What a boy. I'm only good with the ladies. Oh shit, my computer. No, stop that. Okay, no, stop that. I just said stop that. No, don't turn off. Stop. Monitor. Hello? What do you mean no HD? Stop that. Give me a second. The HDMI cable just fucked off.
Oh.
All right, we're good. All right, everyone who goes to the meeting, feel free to take a chair. I will throw Dorian in there. I believe. Jackie, are you just gonna lean on the? Okay, I was gonna say.
No, she just casually makes her way to his seat, taking her sweet ass time.
Yeah.
Because pain.
Pain, fair. All right, you howdy on, patience. All right.
Raymond, are you?
Oh, we're missing Raymond. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Ooh.
sorry.
The Charlie
Who?
effect. All right. I guess Shark, you can go ahead and.
Alright, no worries. Alrighty then. Welcome back, everyone. It's wonderful to see y'all here again. First things first, we made it. And we can't thank you enough for your efforts and the parts you played in the successful defense of both the Guardian's base and the wider township. So that will come in due course. And that Tommy kind of nods collectively to all of you. So then, Al would normally be attending this meeting alongside us, but for the moment she is also still recovering from her injuries that she sustained during the battle, as it were. So she'll be sitting this meeting out. For all further updates, well, and she turns the laptop on the desk around, taps a couple of buttons, and turns it back around, and on the screen is a familiar boy.
No.
You guys, you don't have to roll perception for this because it's very obvious. He It looks like he's stacking papers into a tower, and as soon as the screen turns on, you immediately see him go, shit, fuck, and it falls down. He's like, God damn it. Fuck, and he almost falls out of his chair.
You having fun there, Remain?
Fucking bitch.
It is meeting time.
You could have fucking texted me. Oh wait, you're too fucking old and stupid to know how to text me.
Remain decorum, please.
Language.
He looks at the camera.
Hello.
Hello. Oh wait. He squints. Oh yeah. Welcome back to the world of the living.
Thank you.
Yeah, how's it feel? Does it feel alive?
Very much so.
Thumbs up. He says as he gives a thumbs up.
Aww.
Alright. He's like, alright, everyone's here, right? Okay. Alright, I get to give the summary. He takes out a piece of paper, so let's see. Here's what we've gotten done so far in the last week. So the base hasn't just been shut down. We haven't just been doing fuck all. We've stopped any of the fires, obviously, as I'm sure you fucking can tell. We're trying to set up for construction to fix everything, which is expensive, but we'll get into that later. We successfully cleared out any dolls. It's like having an infestation. You just gotta spray them out. Most of them are gone. Just in case you were wondering, the north was fine. Nothing happened here. I think we played a board game. So that was fun. I kicked everyone's ass, in case you're wondering. He's like looking at the paper. He seems tired. We've taken everything we can to the warehouse, so the corpses and the dolls and the papers and literally everything we could find is now there. We've taken it to the warehouse and we will hopefully do some research on it. As you all know, that's right, guys, I get to give the bad advice. Kelsey was found as a traitor and we had to deal with her. And by dealing with her, I mean we executed her. If you weren't there, I think you were all there. So she's dead. Let me think. Oh, I can follow it up with something positive. Kind of gives us a smile. Hey Raymond, you want to fucking give a bow, asshole?
Is that an order?
Yeah, it's a fucking order.
Gets up and does it.
This man saved everyone's life. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people. And I must commend him for his, like he says under his breath, for the good job that he has done. He played spy, triple, double, quadra agent, and the Wolfris Seal abominations were also planning on attacking the base and had already placed bombs. And thanks to Raymond, a lot of people lived. It could have been much worse than it was. So, honestly, I don't know. Does anyone have any questions about it?
Does this mean he's no longer a triple agent?
Yeah, no, his work is done with that. He had done his job. And, yeah, we weren't going to ask him to continue something that was not fruitful and just needlessly risky. I mean, it was fruitful. I just mean no longer would be. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm gonna assume it makes sense. He says quietly.
If you like a more in-depth summation of the exact situation, feel free to visit me at a later point.
Yeah, that. All right, that's it for summary of what has happened in the last week. But in terms of updates, for in terms of other updates that aren't just a basic summary of what's happened. Patty was demoted to King of Diamonds because she was seen to not be fit as an ace of the position. Yeah. And she will be out of commission for a while because of the whole broken legs thing. Anyone have any questions about that?
Then who would our new ace be?
Hey, good question. He takes out a desk. And he's like, I have the perfect graphic for this. You guys ready? You fucking. He takes out a drawer, and he takes out a piece of paper, and it says in big old letters, "No one." And then he folds the paper in half and rips it up, and then takes a lighter and burns it and throws it behind him, and then you see somebody scramble in the back to pick it up. We are not going to just needlessly fill the position. That's how you get a Patty as your ace of diamonds. So we will wait until we find someone. And if you're wondering why not just promote Peter, it's because Peter didn't want to take the fucking position in the first place. He's the goddamn reason we were stuck with Patty. Anyways. We made official contact with the skeletons and are trying to ease the relations with them. He eyes, but he knows that he's on a camera, so he's just trying to eye to the side of it because he knows where Dorian is. Thanks to someone. I'm sure Dorian retorts. Yeah, so so hopefully in the future we'll know a little more about them, but it seems like they're willing to at least communicate with us at this point, so that's nice. Takes out a paper and looks at it again. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, we are low on resources because all of our fucking buildings were destroyed. So the whole nice, shiny, you can get whatever you want as long as you ask pretty please is no longer going to fucking happen. So everything we gave you will need to be returned. If you found something on your own or brought something, that's fucking yours. But you will still be able to get things on missions, and depending on your rank, you will be able to get more things or more valuable things. So you will not be unequipped. You will still get things, but it's more of a rent-based thing. So that way we can try and conserve resources. Because Guardians is not happy with, oh, you got your whole base destroyed. Here's infinite money. They already gave us a ton to build the goddamn base in the middle of the Antarctic. They don't want to give us any more. Questions?
None as of yet.
I just kind of eyes everyone. All right. Cool. He turns the paper around. He's like, I wasn't reading off of anything. He smiles. And then he hangs up on the call.
I suppose that's my cue then. And Tommy lifts up a small case, and he sets it down, opens it up, and inside are cards and pins. So, going down the list, considering all contributing actions to what occurred, he hands first. The first card and pin he hands is to you, BB.
Oh.
And he hands you the pin and card of a 5 of spades.
Oh. She looks up at Tony like very wide-eyed.
Alongside your very effective improvised methods at dealing with the dolls en masse, your actions with Mr. Cromwell may very well have saved our hides, quite probably. Speaking of which, and he hands over Dorian a 4 of clubs promotion. You, Sunshine, are fucking lucky as hell, alright? And that's all he says about that. Next then, and he hands a card and a pin over to you, Jackie, and it's of a 5 of clubs.
She will weakly take it.
Exemplary performance does not go unnoticed here in Guardians, nor does the demonstration of leadership qualities.
Guess that's one word for it.
Certainly is, Miss Warren. And then he does the same to you, Eric, except with you it's to give you another 5 of spades.
Hey.
Your actions alongside Mr. Cromwell in taking down the snow construct were, while unorthodox, effective. If a little bit stupid, but bravery and stupidity tend to go hand in hand, so well done on that one, son. And finally, he hands over the last card and pin to you, Raymond, and it is of a 7 of hearts. Considering the risks you have taken in your mission, and considering the effect that it had, honestly, well, it only seemed right.
Thank you. No, I shouldn't say it like that.
Takes it, throws it out the fucking window. Give me a 2.
Thanks, I hate it.
You gave me the wrong number. You meant to give me a 2.
If I flip it upside down and put it in a marker, it's a 1.
Hey.
Well, 1 is an ace.
Oh,
You sure you want that responsibility?
Oh, no.
You played yourself.
Myself? Yeah, he takes it, nods, smiles.
What did you? What you saying, John? You cutting out a bit.
Oh no. Am I better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just
great.
quiet.
Oh no. Raymond just takes it, slight smile, nods, and internal screaming.
Hey Raymond.
Yeah.
Roll a risk, come Raymond.
Everyone wants to phone empathy on him, they can.
Everyone leave me alone.
I mean, we just kind of found out you were like
Holy
Well-
shit!
the most multiple.
There's the ship coming back, huh? Alright.
You can't hide anything from your fucking girlfriend, Raymond.
Never.
Holy shit!
So,
I thought we've learned this.
Reroll patience. And Eric, or Raymond, obviously. Well, I mean, I guess technically, I was gonna say, yeah, no. So, Patience and BB will get shit.
Well, Patience. You can clearly see your fellow heart in a fuck. Fuck. Oh man.
In the state of where Patience would have been if he had been promoted.
Yeah, exactly. Just gives a look at you like, we both know what this means.
Yeah, pretty much. You get a sympathetic.
You lucky son of a bitch. BB, get that Raymond is fucking. He does not really want this. But as much as he's freaking out about it, he will solemnly take this position because it's what was asked of him.
Aww.
He does not feel that he's actually earned it. He doesn't feel that he's really deserving of what the rank that he had beforehand. So him going up is like worse.
Well, for now, people just say congratulations, Fig.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
I was gonna say you get a similar congratulations from Brad. Oh yeah, I guess you also have to. I mean, you would have gotten the same thing, I guess.
Yeah. Basically.
All right, cool. Yeah.
So, with that in mind, with a lot of these promotions, most of you, within this collective that you're in, most of you are now of rank 5 and above, which is a good thing, because it means we're going to be more trusting of you. And it also means that you'll be able to get a little bit more from us than you did previously. You'll get access to certain resources in our warehousing that you didn't have access to previously due to your ranks. As well, you will have certain degrees of seniority over other Guardians, particularly on this base. You will also have slightly more sway in terms of what we choose to explore and research, particularly those who are of ranks below you. Furthermore, to be quite honest, well, you've been significantly more active in your field work than a lot of people in your positions have previously been, and because of that, we've decided to adopt a more different approach to your group, because it's more of a cohesive unit and it seems to be effective. Rather than stifle that effectiveness, we'd like to help it grow if possible. With regards to that, due to your efforts and due to your promotions, you will now have access to vacation time. This means that you will be able to go wherever you want. Yes, this includes visiting family, except for you, Mr. Conwell, because you are still not yet of rank 5. You get a month total, and so long as you let us know when you'd like it, feel free to use it.
Thank you kindly.
He nods. Seems only fair, considering. Furthermore, you will now have, considering your individual and collective talents and skills. We will be training you for positions that may be higher or to a degree where you can handle your newer responsibilities in order to more properly fit the ranks that we have brought you to. For the next 6 months, each of you will be overseen by a mentor of higher rank, and you will be under the wing, so to speak, of that superior officer. You will each get to choose who it is that you would like to be your mentor. We would like for you, please, to have selected the superior that you would like to be your mentor as soon as possible. Preferably by this time tomorrow. And the last thing, from me anyway, is that with regards to the situation brought up by Rabin and Mr. Ducroix, we will be undergoing a further campaign against the monsters that tried to take advantage of our precarious base situation. Thanks to the information that Raymond has gathered, we know that they are very organised and very smart, and the one in charge goes by the name of Kelhorn. His lot are a problem. We don't exactly know what they want, but part of their plans involved having us out of the way, which means it can't be fucking good for anybody. So, we'll be monitoring their entrances and tunnel networks that we can find, and be hunting them down accordingly. Think of it like a sustained campaign against them. Of sorts. That will be taking place both alongside your training and for as long as we continue to not have brought them down. Is that clear to everybody?
Yes.
Sure.
Get a nod.
Alrighty then. For the moment, we don't necessarily have further field missions requiring your group. So feel free to, well, fulfill what we've asked of you. Be sure to let us know who you'd like as a mentor promptly. And as Mr. Tucker rightly pointed out, if any of y'all are on vacation, we have phones in my office that y'all can make use of. The sooner you hand them in, the sooner we can, well, process them and give them to you. Any further questions?
Actually, no, bringing out Raymond's family should be done private. Like, just wondering, does Raymond get to give us his family as Red? I'm just curious.
Leans in, smiles. You may have to prompt about that.
Do it.
So we're all allowed to go visit our families?
Except for Dorian, yes.
BB just kind of like glances over at Raymond.
Raymond looks over for the butt from Daisy.
Daisy just smiles warmly, and she nods slowly.
Eyes widen.
We found him.
Eyes widen.
Aw.
They could just fall out your head, mate.
They're fine. No worse for wear. Funny story. They, she smiles with, like, amusement, but there's, like, a tiredness to it, as if, like, the affair's been a little bit exasperating for her. They had apparently just packed up and left for an impromptu ski trip, of all things.
Oh, that actually sounds like them.
They were quite bemused when questioned by local authorities, but our contacts in those authorities have let us know that, fortunately enough, they're quite alright.
Oh.
There particularly seems to have been no supernatural involvement with them in any way, so she nods. Yes.
Okay.
After, is there anybody else?
Eric is just like, my situation.
We'll be able to arrange certain visits, but within reason.
Nods.
All that remains is she looks to you, BB, and it's at this point I want you to roll an empathy.
Oh God.
Oh.
Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, is that a patient sympathy roll?
Yeah.
There's a somberness to her, BB.
Oh God, why? What happened now?
You just see this fucking, like, distraught look on her face, just, your mother's already here.
We have matters to discuss about your family, BB. If you'd like, we can do it privately, or we can do it here now.
No, I guess I'd rather do this in private.
She nods. Understandable.
It's the years, isn't it? She thinks to herself.
Any further questions?
My sister's all right, right?
Oh yes, your sister's quite alright.
And nods at that. And I may have to speak to y'all about visiting at some point.
She nods. I figured as much. Well, if that's everything, she stands. Due to your ranks, we will be sending over certain items of paperwork regarding potential research paths that are currently being conducted and under investigation for y'all's perusal. Because most of you will get to weigh in on that now as to what could be a priority more than others. That being said, hand in what you need to hand in promptly. And with that, meeting adjourned, I believe. And she like nods to all of you and starts like disconnecting the laptop cables and shit.
All right, do you guys do anything else?
Bonnie weights some braces.
BB.
Huh?
Not Bonnie, BB.
Sorry.
Are you gonna talk to Daisy right after?
Yeah.
Okay. We can do that now, and then I have a question for all the players.
Okay.
Patience was gonna linger, but if he sees that other people, aka BB, is waiting to linger, he'll just slip on out.
Brad will put his hand on your shoulder as he leaves.
Jackie's just gonna slowly get out of the seat and just crash somewhere.
I like how she's like, I'm not going back to the infirmary.
No, I need change of scenery.
Don't let me back there, please.
Raymond just gives a look like, do you want me to leave or like stay outside somewhere? Or...
I'll come find you later.
Goes.
Well. BB awaits.
Tommy leaves also. I forgot to do that.
Where's Tommy going? I forget. Does he smoke?
1 second. I don't think he does, but if you if you are smoking outside, he will join you and ask if you have a spare.
He will offer.
He will take.
And we can do that convo after BB.
Yes. So Daisy, after closing the door, sits down.
So?
There's no easy way to say this, but as you probably already know, we keep track of the civilian situations and families of those who join up with us, particularly those who join up with us under extenuating circumstances such as yourself and the rest of your group. And
Mm-hmm.
we seem to have a case of one hand given, another hand taken away, because
Is that her face slowly falls?
I'm sorry, baby. It's your mom and dad. They've
What happened? Are they okay?
I wish I could say yes. And she looks at you with genuinely like sympathetic, sad eyes, and she sits closer to you almost instinctively. They were found in their home. We had to put in some work, but by the looks of things, there was supernatural involvement, considering the circumstance of
What are you saying?
I'm so sorry, baby.
What are you saying?
They're gone.
No. 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 No.
She's just shaking her head.
The funeral's gonna be in a few days' time. If you'd like, we can make it so that you can attend. It unfortunately won't be as you unfortunately won't be attending as BB Plamondon, of course, but we can make it so that you're there.
Hey. What? Oh.
She seems to be stunned for words.
Mm-hmm. You get one mum arm around your shoulder and then another mum arm like pulling you close.
And with that, she bursts into tears and just fountains her hair all over the front of Mother's shirt.
It does not seem to stain the shirt in any way, or even make it wet. And she just holds you, BB, as you let it out. She will occasionally do like a like a tender hair stroke, and just a.
Sorry, it's really late. I don't want to like full out dramatic cry.
It's okay. It's fine. We can have it so that she just does do that. Yeah.
She is very loud crying, by the way.
Yeah.
People might hear.
Are you? Do you want to stifle your cry or not?
I could try, yeah.
Okay. Roll a presence stealth.
This is not a luck die.
No. Okay. Everybody roll perception.
Folks outside are fine though, right? I hope they're fine out there.
Because you're outside, actually, roll a perception minus. Let's go -1.
No, I want to have that 3.
No.
She got a 0, so.
Is Jackie that old lady from Mulan who's like doesn't hear the crashing sounds? Like, I think everything's going okay, don't you?
Oh my god.
God. Maybe. Everyone type out, actually. Thank you. Okay. Jackie and Eric, you both hear something. It doesn't sound good, whatever it is. It sounds like a pained yell, of some variety. Patience and Raymond, you hear a whale crying. Yeah. Patience, as well, as your ears prick up, you see Tommy almost like snap around in that direction, and he like solemnly nods as if like in acceptance, and just takes another long drag of his smoke.
I think Patience
And
is
just-
gonna follow suit because it's kind of it's an understanding.
Well, BB blubbers for quite a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. Daisy will hold for as long as like BB continues to blubber. Let it all out, honey. Let it all out.
She says, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Nor do we, honey. Nor do we. But we're looking into it. The divisions in that area have it as something they're investigating.
Well, eventually she'll die down to a sniffle and says, I think I'm gonna go to my room.
She nods, as like she holds the side of your face, baby. Do you need anything?
She doesn't look up to meet Daisy's gaze and says, I don't know, I think I should just go to my room.
She nods.
And with that, she'll probably just bolt.
Yeah.
Oh.
She lets you go. Everyone, BB runs past. She is upset.
I mean, you probably, like, Eric's making his way back to the room too, so you probably run past him, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. Good crying.
So,
Okay. You're ready for me to follow it up with not sad things.
God damn it.
Oh yeah, roll memory, baby.
Oh, fuck.
Um,
Oh yeah, I will power this.
here I need to put a better song for this.
This seems important.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
oh, well, it's
Very important.
Yeah, it's
Aw.
important.
give me a second. 'Cause I don't actually know what it is, but I'm trying to find a song. All right, that's the song I'm looking for sure.
Oh wait, I think I get what happened now.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, do you?
Yeah, it's clicked.
All right, well, it's clicking for BB too, because you remember exactly what I have quotes, but you can't see them. God said to you.
Uh-huh.
You remember, he said you always have to trade something, and I believe, Shark, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was pictures, right?
Mhm.
And they
No
burst,
pictures.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
They burst into blood.
Yeah, so you make that connection fully, 100%. Like you're like, yep.
Well, Phoebe wishes she had stayed dead.
Oh, that's always a good thing. We've done our job, Shark.
Yeah.
and with that, wait, music play. It's perfect timing. There we go. I'm gonna ask
Oh
you
my
guys
God.
questions. I'm gonna ask you guys have around 6 months. So a few things. I'm gonna ask what your vacations were, if you don't mind. I assume you've taken one. You can just not have taken one.
Does
I
a
guess
funeral count as
you
vacation?
probably get that free, so don't worry.
Okay.
You get that free. That is compassionate leave.
So yeah, that's why Jackie, I was saying it'll be fine because you will be fully healed by the time it's relevant. Patience, I want to start with you. Vacation. You do? I assume, but you don't have to.
I don't know if he'd take a full month because
Okay.
he obviously has to stay around for a lease.
hmm
And
I mean, you
won't-
can take a lease.
Oh, would they allow that?
That's a good question.
Because she's a kid and kids
it depends. It depends on where you take her. You can't take
Okay.
her home.
No, what he needs to do is he needed to make a call to his sister because I don't think she even knows yet about
Nope.
everything. So he'd have to touch base with her, make sure everything's okay, and then possibly go visit her to just be like, hey, I'm okay, but you can't come, we can only talk because, like, I'm kind of under witness protection or something, or just something.
Okay, fair enough. So you're gonna visit your sister, possibly, depending on what she says.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna write that
But he
down.
won't use, like, the whole time there because
Yeah.
he might just spend the rest of that time as downtime with Elise.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, you don't have to train when you're on vacation, obviously. So, BB, do you take your vacation?
I mean, I first intended to, but I'm not sure if she even's going to now.
Fair enough. Keep in mind they will probably pay for you to go anywhere, and you can go with other people too. So it doesn't have to be just you. So if you want to go somewhere with like Raymond or Eric or whoever, Jackie, I don't know.
Yeah, she had plans to visit places with peoples, but the sadness is real.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would Okay, so real quick. Actually, no, we'll get to that. Never mind.
Okay.
Continue.
Yeah, I mean, just keep in mind, get over it. No, I'm just kidding. If it keeps her there for 6 months, it keeps her there for 6 months. That's totally fine. So,
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
I write sad. Eric,
Um,
you guys
Well-
can want to do anything together as well.
well, I imagine if Eric asked, like, he probably wouldn't get anything at first about what happened to Baby, but, like, he probably would understand, and so he'd probably offer to, like, hey, we could go on vacation wherever you want to go. As just like a hey, like as a gesture of just take your mind off it.
Aww.
I GM eyebrow waggle at this. What does BB say to this proposition?
And like I said, she had promised to go places. She promised to go to France with Raymond. She promised to go to a theme park with Eric and actually get him to visit his family.
We can RP this one out if you want.
Yep.
After in a second. Dorian fucking God knows what he's gonna do. Raymond, I'm assuming you also want to discuss that with BB. All right. So do you want me to hold off on that?
Yeah.
All right, Jackie.
Honestly, I'm not quite sure she'd take it, because, like,
Damn, you guys
She
are on
obviously can't really-
vacation.
I mean, she can't exactly go home,
Fair enough, but you know.
because I'm pretty sure everyone would be screaming at her to don't talk to yourself for the love of God.
No, they would literally say that.
Just come with me, no probs. Hang out with the child.
That would be amazing.
Hang out with your
All right, well, fair enough. We'll do some RPs and we'll figure out where everyone goes on vacation. Something that wasn't mentioned because it's out of character. You guys, for the 6 months of training. Well, first, before that, I'm going to ask who you choose as your mentors. Yeah, are those so far correct?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, BB, you don't have to. You can choose someone somebody else has chosen, or you can choose someone on your own.
You know what?
Oh yeah, and I would like to point out, it doesn't like affect the quality of the training. It's just anyone higher rank than you, and yeah, that includes Tommy, Charlie, Peter. You have you know what? Let me just go through let me just read through and see if there's anyone else that would be immediately relevant. 'Cause there's a lot of Hunter.
You know, I'm half tempted just to choose Charlie because I think it's gonna be an absolute laugh.
Oh yeah, Gregory is one as well.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit, I should go back to my old mentor, Gregory.
Oh my
shit,
god.
I don't know
Guys.
if you get anything done with Gregory.
Well, I guess
Guys, I have to. It's Gregory. He's my mentor.
Oh my god.
I don't know
Okay.
what I will learn from him, but I will learn something.
it will be powerful. All right, we're gonna go with Gregory.
Oh my god.
I'm excited for that one.
She just comes back like 20 times like the woman she was, and we're all just like, what the fuck happened to you?
Absolute legends. I think so. They do say Cardians, but I think if somebody really wanted to get away with it, they could also ask for Willard because he's there. All right. So and then Raymond.
I guess the father Tommy is the.
All right. Fine. Charles will kill himself. I'm just kidding. I'm Charles. Charles.
Charles.
I meant Charlie. Jeez, I literally
Can't even
forgot
get
his
his
name.
name right.
I can't use. Charlie's a diamond though.
Oh, you guys, you know it doesn't have to be your suit, right?
I know.
Oh,
But
well, I was
feel
I was under the impression it had to be our suit,
Oh,
but I mean, I
it
guess
doesn't.
so.
It doesn't have to be your suit, but
It doesn't matter because Eric probably would have picked Ramin anyways.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, Jackie would have picked Al anyway.
This is. I mean, that's what I expected. But just to keep it open, so you know, you could pick Kelsey. Just kidding, she's dead. Oh yeah, there's also,
That's who I would have picked.
There's also Edna and Brad. I don't know why they're. I don't think their names are orange here. Give me a second. I swear to God, are they actually just not on the? No way.
On the what?
You forget about them.
No, they're not on the I don't think they're on the fucking Civ directory.
What?
To be fair, like most of the NPCs aren't on the Civ directory.
Oh, it's because they're my bad. I forgot. It's because they're on the normal fucking
Relationship chart. Yeah.
My bad. A big laugh emoji.
Lel.
Big laugh, lads.
All right. Cool. So, with that, you guys will be trained for 6 months in various methods depending on who you've chosen. I will not super require an RP, but I suggest an RP. That will essentially play through some big points of your training. And with that, you will get 75 experience.
Oh.
And
Oh my god.
My
Delicious.
lord.
you guys are all becoming more successful, and I have not decided, since it's 6 months, whether or not, or me and Shark haven't decided whether or not you guys actually get promoted again. So we'll see. I guess it depends on how the RPs go and such. So actually, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys your fucking care package now.
Damn.
Looks at promotion. Please, God, no.
I know.
Raymond, you don't get experience, you get a promotion.
No!
Promotions
Not
all
again!
sail right over Patient's head. He's like, there it goes.
Patience just watches it and he's just like, oh
Smoke.
dear.
Yep.
Yeah, just, oh dear.
Fucking patient.
Well, ain't that a shame?
Like he just, like he knows where it's going. He's just like, oh dear.
Whatever will I have to do?
I love him.
Patience is watching the rocket that is Raymond's fucking promotion career going up to the skies, just like takes a drag of a cigarette. See you around, space camp.
Yeah, exactly.
Think if there's anything else. Yeah, so you guys can RP with them at some point. That won't be now because I have to prepare little things. It'll probably be like the beginning, middle, and like end of your training. There'll be like 3. It'll be like an episodic thing probably for each of you. Luckily, I only have to do 2 of them. Sucks to be you, Shark. And I guess we'll see for Dorian.
he picks Mindy.
I mean, he'll probably be a little shit, and the best part is Mindy won't give him a fucking easy training. Gets ass kicked.
Mhm.
I'd probably do Hillary if I mention it, actually. Or maybe Edna. I don't know. I'm actually curious to see what Tori will say.
I don't know. I'd almost think, there's with Gregory, because he's been working with him. But you never know.
Should we
Alright.
explain the resource and research thing as well?
Yeah, so I did briefly go over it, but again, we haven't 100% nailed down everything about it, but your resource, the way it works is you guys get resources equal to your total rank at the beginning of every mission. And you get to spend that on, there's an items list, and I'll pull it up at some point. But we're gonna like fine tune it so that it fits the fuller. But basically, at the beginning of every mission, you'll pick your guns and your ammo and your weapons and shit like that. And you have 31 points total, split amongst you guys. So feel free to use it how you want. Research will basically be, it's a lot less. It's more like there's a list of things you can ask them to research, and/or you can ask them to research something we haven't put there if you think of something. But the research base will look into it, and that may give you different things like advantages against certain enemies. It may give you more information in regards to like a lead. It may just give you some more. It may do nothing if you pick the wrong thing. But that's based on your intuition and what you think is actually worth looking into. I mean, you can say that, but again, it's one thing that you guys all agree on. So, yeah. So we're gonna nail that shit out in the next like week or so.
Nice.
But it will be pretty. It won't be bad once you guys know what items you like. It won't be that hard to pick like which guns you want every time. But an additional note would be like, we'll tell you what kind of mission it's going to be, so you can pick weapons accordingly. So if it's like, hey, like you're going to be fighting a lot of humanoids, probably, you think, maybe have this thing, you know, or maybe you're gonna fight something big, or maybe you need more survival tools because you're going to climb a fucking mountain, you know. So we'll tell you what the basic parameters of it are, and then let you pick whatever you need. And we'll tell you at the end of each session, so that way you can have a week to decide. And we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I guess, is there any questions? Okay. Processing. As you may have noticed, there's another a season 2 relationship chart. So, if you all your thoughts can go there now. Or I mean,
there's the lack of feelings for me on the first season.
Yeah, I was gonna say I suggest maybe hammering out those final thoughts first, because the longer it takes, the more you're gonna forget if you even want to do it. It's fine if you don't. Like, no fucking people are busy. I don't blame you if you can't get the last season.
I don't have an excuse anymore.
just a heads up though that like new thoughts are gonna go into this. Sure. Oh, I don't think Red was here for this one. Were you here when we talked about EXP, Red? Changes to it?
No, I mean, I noticed the new EXP, like, reward thing.
Yeah, so we changed them, so RPs now give you 2, sketches give you 1, non-sketch art gives you 2, comics give you 4, animation gives you 8. The cap is still 4, but animation's like a wink wink, nudge nudge.
Thank you, let me live.
Yeah, so animation gets a cheatsy, but everything else is capped at 4. So this way, you know, if you don't draw, you can RP, and if you don't RP, you can draw. Speaking of RPs, though, I don't know if anyone wants to, because there's seemingly a long list of things people want to do, and we have plenty of time, I'm sure. I read if you want to sleep.
I may sleep.
Yes.
Okay.
Go rest. Think of BB's parents' death.
Oh, thanks, man.
Before you leave, Red, I found it so fucking funny. Like, and I hate to say it that it was funny to me, but like the fact that you like 1 second BB was like actual like legitimate crying, like so convincing, and then the next you're just like, I can't go full on. Like that shit is hilarious. Just like legitimate like actual crying sounds, just like I can't go all out.
I burst out laughing at that.
So did I. It was like I was fucking muted, and I was like, oh my god.
Yes,
So
she does go to the funeral. Fuck yes, she goes to the funeral.
God, it was so fucking convincing, and then it's just like, oh, all right. I love it.
God, that funeral's gonna be so awkward.
Yeah, awkward. Lamau, when both your parents die.
Some of the fucking family members there just like, you look a lot like their daughter. Are you their daughter?
Also, you can ask if Raymond, if he wants to go, if you want to bring Raymond. Or anyone, I guess, for moral support.
Oh, that's nice. Well, she'll think about it. She's not a good place.
I would think.
Yeah, Kareem.
What?
You did this.
Don't do this to me.
Hey, don't single Kareem out. We did this.
Both of you did this, you fucks.
Wait, why do you sound so proud of it? Shock. Why do you sound so proud?
I'm like curling up in a ball full of guilt, and he's like wearing a trophy.
Trophy made up of BB's tears.
Opens arms. I welcome your fury, fuckers.
I wish I had a like recording of the time when we planned that session. Where like, and then if she chooses neither.
Oh my god.
They both died.
I hope when you brought it up, you had it in that exact voice.
I mean, the shit that we do.
While a lot of the serious shit doesn't get done in that, we do tend to spiral off into gremlinness, and it's fine.
Good. That's all I require.
There are sometimes we'll be planning something, and it's like, doesn't even matter, and then we just whatever, they're not gonna notice it anyway. And we just like scream for an hour, like it's great, it's good.
Oh my god. Well, that is something to sleep on. Gonna be wide awake thinking about this.
Oh no.
This telltale decision I made.
Your parents would remember it, but they're dead.
Thanks, Chats. Thanks, Chats. So thanks, Kareem.
This is amazing! I love this!
I'm just so used to Chance shitting on our parade. I don't know why.
It's what he does. It's what he does.
Fucking wait. So what you're saying? If Raymond goes along, he's gonna be like, I have something to say, and he just fucking goes up and shits all over him.
Oh my god.
Would anyone have any final words they'd like to say about the Daily Departed? And Raymond gets like, well.
Well, I have a few choice words.
Where do I
No. It's like the scene from the fucking SpongeBob movie where he's just like, I got a couple words to say.
That's exactly what it is.
I should just Photoshop BB's face over Mr. Krabs in that moment.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Well, I'm out, guys. Thanks for the
Bye,
session.
Red.
See you later.
Bye.
See you, Red.
Bye.
Alright. For the rest of you trash cans.
You're trash can.
If I would have known, I would have gotten 75 experience to it, and well, I would have still
Then
spent mine. But
spend it. It's fine.
you know what I'm saying. You get me.
I like that fucking you continued the gremlin voice. Fucking yes. So the rest of you, there are things you can talk to the people. Also, additionally, if you want, you can talk to the research people or the diamonds, the resource people, if you just want to talk to them, and ask them more about how shit goes or whatever. You can. But I know all of you have shit you want to do, so I don't know if you want to do that now. Looks at fucking Jordan. Looks at fucking Nick. Wolsey already did a lot of RPs.
Oh right, yeah.
There
Yeah.
are a few ones as well, actually. Still.
Yeah, because I know Edna wanted to talk to Jackie too.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I just forgot I casually brought up the fact that Eric and Raymond could talk.
Yeah, do that. Do some player RP. We've done a lot of non-player RP.
Yes, talk to people.
Jordan,
What?
You
stop, fucking go talk. Yeah, exactly, you fucking coward.
What do you mean?
Go talk to Eric. Make up and make out. What? No, just make
Make
up.
up and make out.
Goodness.
Yeah,
Oh.
let's get it, lads.
Let's get-
Lads.
Here we go.
do you guys have a song? 'Cause I don't know if I have one. I actually have no clue what the vibe of this.
Raymond just blends in with the fucking plant. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just goes in. Eric doesn't even realize he's in there. That's the end of the RP.
Yeah, Raymond
Rolls
inserts his feet into the soil, and he's just like, "Well, this is my life now."
This is who I truly am. I feel at home.
Can I say I will be with you soon?
Oh yeah, and you can also talk to Gustavo if you want.
No.
Oh.
My boy.
You probably know all the fuck about him.
Me?
Yeah,
I know
you.
nothing. I know nothing. What?
Last
I love the quiet.
Last
the
because nobody
quiet.
told Patience or Jackie about this shit.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing too.
Hmm?
He did say not to tell anyone.
I feel like Eric probably wouldn't have told Jackie because he knows that Jackie would probably say something out of spite.
What?
I got a song.
Just
for
like,
this.
hey, don't say anything to the aces. Jackie's like, oh hey, look guys, why don't the phones work? So Eric was just like, I kind of know how Jackie might respond, so I'm not gonna take that chance.
I love how Eric was like, he was like, why don't the phones work? And Eric goes, ha, nice try. They're rich. It's like,
I fucking love it when moments like that happen where his fucking mind just gets slam dunked into the ground where he's just like, I know everything, and then there's somebody else who's like, no you don't, and he's like,
He gets
Nani.
interrupted mid-anime
I
glasses.
was fucking
Yeah, like
laughing at that.
he goes to do it, puts his glasses on, pokes his eye out, ow.
Oh, no.
Boy.
Such an M thing to do as well. Like,
It really is. It really is.
I was like, oh boy, me too. Alright, me too.
So I saw your fucking thing in the chat a while ago about like, I feel like either friends or enemies. I feel like it'd be a mix of both just on a given day.
Yeah.
Like it depends on the type of day it is because they could either hate each other one day. Honestly, I could see him like how him and Ramin are. Like,
No, M would probably at least deck Eric once.
oh yeah, and then Eric would try and then fucking fail because he only has one dice to roll to punch.
Oh, that's
Do I need to teach you how to punch?
No, I want to keep my one die for the entire campaign.
Okay.
It's one of those stats that I never want to change.
I feel that. That's like the Lemon's empathy before he got better.
Yeah, it was the Lemon's empathy before I was like, fuck it, I guess I'll put like 1.
I still miss the days of you crit failing your empathy rolls. Those are fucking hilarious.
Intimidating them to piss them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe with
you-
some of this experience, I might buy myself one empathy dot.
Yeah, you-
Maybe.
you-
We'll see.
yeah.
Jackie needs it. Holy shit. It's just sad. They're like, oh man, Jackie, I'm going through huge, obvious emotional pain.
Is it a luck die for Jackie too?
No, it's just 3 dice.
Not, yeah, but
She has 4 in wit, so it's like
always fail.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, but it
I
always
mean, it could
fucking
be worse.
fails.
I mean, I've gotten like 1 success on it, like quite often, but like except for when it really counts.
Mm,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but that's
one-
just how like that's just how tabletop works.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, go ahead and do your fuck.
I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting to do it today, but sure, we'll do it. Fuck it.
Son of a bitch holds up gun.
Holds up gun. Don't do this.
Oh yeah, Andrew, I don't know if I mentioned. Wait, oh yeah, I didn't even think about EXP. I mean, you guys got 75. Don't be greedy.
I didn't even say anything.
No, that wasn't to you specifically. I was saying I forgot to tell you to stop recording, and then I realized that I didn't even go through EXP. You know what? We're gonna do it anyway.
Hot.
We're gonna do we're gonna do fucking. Give me a second.
We're doing it live.
Yes.
Doing it live.
This is episode 24. And we're gonna fucking. What do you gonna? I don't know. I guess what do you want to call it? There's nothing special I can think of.
Wrap up? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
It's kind of tidying the end of season 1.
Yep.
And rolling into season 2.
And then we're gonna do.
Damage report.
We're just gonna do role play. Let me think. Second.
I would say if you do the what you learned, I could tell you that Patience learned that Raymond's the better heart.
Oh.
God damn.
Yeah, we'll do everything except success. So automatic
fair.
role play.
Are you telling me we didn't succeed?
And Nick comes up behind me. You told me you didn't fucking succeed.
Tell me we're failures or something.
Automatic role play, and then yeah. What do you? Okay. So fucking Patience. What did you learn?
Fucking learned that Raymond was the better heart.
God damn it.
Take.
BB isn't here. Whoops. We'll give her 4. Or not 4, 3, sorry. We'll get 3. Eric, what'd you learn?
You learn that. Learn that, like, he's still doing good, even though he doesn't think he is.
Whoops, this is the wrong box. I'm an idiot. God, what is happening? Why is there an extra column or row?
Because I'm marking off season 2.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Because
Shouldn't
there's a new player.
Yeah, sure.
It's a new contender.
Raymond, what did you learn?
I learned that for some reason our aces seem to have difficulty remembering whose name is whose, because they keep on thinking Raymond's patients who deserve all of the promotion.
Amazing.
Alright, but patients should have the promotions. What did you learn, Lolsey? Or Jackie, sorry.
We are one and the same. She learned that she's. I don't know if it's that she would learn it, but she's just genuinely surprised that the word leadership qualities was used to describe her.
Cool. I'm proud of my children. Do your fucking RP now. Yeah, I mean, Andrea, you don't have to record it. Honestly, it's up to you, but there's no reason to be honest. I don't think
Record what?
we're gonna do an ARP.
Role plays get recorded.
Okay, I'm just saying. I don't want you to feel like you have to like record them.
Oh.
But do if you want.
I'm not doing anything right now, and I may as well just let this keep going. Unless you want me to stop this and start another one.
Whatever is easiest for you, to be honest.
I may as well. Yeah, I'll end and start again.
Okie dokie, artichokey.
Okie dokie. Artist